All right, let's talk about something really, really cool. Today, we are diving into the world of 3D creation with one of the most incredible and, get this, totally free tools out there, Blender. If you've ever thought about making your own 3D art, you're going to want to stick around for this.
I mean, who hasn't, right? The idea of building entire worlds or bringing characters to life right on your computer, it's just so appealing. But for the longest time, there's been this one massive roadblock that stops most of us before we even start.
So here's our game plan. We're going to look at that huge roadblock, the price tag. Then we'll introduce the hero of the day, Blender, and talk about its amazing evolution. After that, we'll figure out if it's the right fit for you. And finally, we'll show you exactly how you can get started, like right now. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first, let's have a little reality check. For years and years, making professional-looking 3D stuff has been locked away behind a very, very expensive paywall. Just look at these numbers. Seriously. Industry-standard software, the stuff the big studios use, can set you back almost $2,000 a year, every year. For someone just starting out, a student, a hobbyist, that's a total non-starter. But then, you look at the bottom line, Blender, $0. That's not a typo. And that one little number changes absolutely everything.
So that brings us to our main event, Blender. But I want you to get this idea out of your head that free means weak or basic or not as good. Because in this case, free means something way, way more powerful.
See, here's the magic word, open source. What that means is that Blender is built and improved by a huge global community of developers, artists, and enthusiasts. It's not owned by some giant corporation. It's a community project. This means it evolves super fast, with people constantly adding new features and fixing things. It's not just free software, it's our software.
And would you look at what that community has built? Blender isn't just one little program. It's the whole shebang. The entire 3D pipeline is right here. You can sculpt your models, give them a skeleton to move with rigging, and then animate them. You can create realistic simulations for smoke and water, create gorgeous final images with rendering. You can even do your motion tracking and video editing right inside the same app. It's an entire studio in one download.
And I absolutely love this quote. It just perfectly captures that open source spirit, right? It's not a program you're renting. You're not just a customer. It's your tool. You have a sense of ownership, and that is such a powerful thing for creativity.
Now let's be real, Blender wasn't always the titan it is today. For a long time, it was kind of seen as the quirky, complicated alternative. But then, something happened. It had a major glow-up that put it right up there with the big-budget giants.
This was it, the turning point, the release of version 2.8. This wasn't just some minor update, it was a revolution. They totally redesigned the interface to make it way more intuitive, and they packed in a ton of new features. It honestly felt like a brand new piece of software, one that could go head-to-head with the paid stuff.
And the community's reaction was just electric. You see comments like this all over the internet. There's this incredible passion around Blender because people saw this monumental effort to create a world-class tool and then just give it away for free. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so one of the biggest leaps forward in 2.8 was a new render engine called Eevee. Now, a render engine basically turns your blocky 3D models into a beautiful final image with all the lighting and shadows. Old engines took forever, sometimes minutes or hours for one picture, but Eevee, it works like a video game engine, showing you the gorgeous final result in real time.
And the result is, well, it's just nuts. Less than 1 second. To go from waiting minutes for a single frame to seeing a beautiful result instantly, that completely changes how you work. It makes creating so much faster and more fun. It's an absolute game changer.
So we've got a free, ridiculously powerful, and constantly improving piece of software. But the big question remains, who is this actually for? I mean, is Blender the right tool for you? Honestly, the answer is probably yes. If you're a hobbyist who just wants to play around with 3D, the price tag of $0 is impossible to beat. If you're a YouTuber who needs custom graphics or a freelancer who needs professional tools without the huge overhead, it's perfect. And for students, it's a no-brainer. Basically, if you have an idea you want to bring to life in 3D, Blender is for you.
And this is a real-world example. This quote is from a YouTuber who actually used Blender while he was an architecture student. He and his team used it to create professional-looking 3D images of their building designs for a major school project. That just shows you this isn't a toy. It's used for real, important work.
Okay, so what if you're sold? You're ready to jump in and start making stuff. Well, the best part is you can be up and running in literally just a few minutes. Let's walk through it.
It is genuinely this easy. Just go to blender.org, hit that giant download button, and run the file that it gives you. And here's a really important pro tip for you. When you're setting it up, stick with English for the language. Why? Because pretty much all the best tutorials online are in English, so it'll make your life 1,000 times easier when you're learning. And trust me, your first project will probably be turning that default cube into a donut. It's a rite of passage.
And that's really all there is to it. A full, professional-grade 3D creation studio is now sitting on your computer, free, forever. That massive barrier to entry we talked about, it's gone. The only thing standing between you and creating amazing 3D worlds is your own imagination. So the question isn't, can you do 3D anymore? It's, what will you create first?